healing question, kind of lifestyle. Touch a little bit on the issue of supplements. I've got luxury driving around with you in my car. Take serious about the fallacy with supplements, which ties into kind of the issue that you touched on about the herbs, flaxseed discussion. How do you know the balance? Supplements aren't there. I've got an issue, had a hip injury, looking to rebuild cartilage in the real empty to look at the supplement like the. But I got to wonder, in the healing crisis, aren't there things that you look at in your diet that you might want to pay more attention to?
I'll kick this one off and then I can take over from there. The question is really based on this concept that when the body is experiencing a healing crisis, in this particular instance we have the example of cartilage in a hip needing rebuilding, during that time does the body need specific and isolated nutrients above and beyond what is usually taken in the diet? The response to that would be there are far more nutrients in existence in our whole natural foods than we have yet to identify. That we established. We also know that nutrients work in concert with each other. And to take an isolated vitamin or any other nutrient and extract it from its original source and then to consume that on its own is paramount to asking your body to build a wall and taking only the wheelbarrow and leaving behind the cement, the shovel, the water, the sand and so on and so forth and everything else that's needed. Substances in isolation are, when entering the body, received by the body as unidentified foreign objects, and the body is thrown into biochemical disarray as it seeks to find out what it's supposed to basically do with this isolated and perverted substance. The idea that we need extra things in our bodies when we're healing is based on the assumption that the person in the first place is eating an essentially unhealthful diet. That was not what you were insinuating, but that is one way we could look at it. If a person is eating an unhealthful diet, is it right to say they're healing now, so they better try and bring in all the things that their diet is missing? My response would be that your body requirements in healing and health are identical. It needs exactly the same things. It needs all its nutrient needs provided for. It needs all of its other needs, such as sleep and exercise in an appropriate way, provided for. Those needs don't change because your body becomes in a state of a healing crisis. If you are living in such a way that you're consuming a fully what we would consider healthful diet, then you are already supplying your body with everything it needs. Unfortunately, people who are concerned about specific aspects of their health very easily and very understandably fall prey to marketing from companies who are insinuating, if not stating outright, that by consuming their isolated, fragmented, deranged piece of nature, that somehow that's going to bring about magic healing for you. But on a fully healthful, natural diet, all those things are already present, and continuing to eat that way is all that you need to do.
That's beautiful. I would put this thought in. When you're looking, as Rosie said, this is when we're vulnerable to people who are marketing miracles. And I think that if the miracles really worked, we'd know a lot more about them than what the health food stores and the marketeers can tell us. Well, I've heard this might be good for you.
They're good in that regard, too, because they tried out their studies, but that's the key.
Yes.
Their studies.
I would pose this question. We understand that in the case of an injury, cartilage or otherwise, what we're looking to have happen is repair. Repair is, in terms of caloronutrients, repair comes in under the heading of growth and repair, which is primarily the job of protein, growth and repair. If we look at an embryo, an infant, a baby, a child, a teenager, or even someone in their young 20s, these people are all going through fantastic rates of growth and repair. And we're not suggesting that they should be taking glucosamine. Where do they get the materials to end up with such beautiful growth and repair without resorting to supplements? Why would we think that we need to? I don't recommend supplementing a diet. I recommend correcting a diet. The use of supplements invariably leads to an ever-deproving diet. Using supplements leads to people saying, well, I don't need to eat that well, I take supplements. Gives them an excuse not to eat well, rather than a reason to eat well. So rather than supplementing if you have a poor diet, supplements won't make up for the lack. If the diet is correct, there's no need to supplement. Supplements being a noun, not a verb. It's not what they do, it's what they're called. And it was somebody had a stroke of marketing genius naming them supplements, but it's not what they do, it's what they're called. If a 5-year-old fell down and broke their hip, you wouldn't say, take glucosamine, you'd say, it'll heal. They're forming huge amounts of cartilage as embryos and as children. The cartilage is forming like crazy. Where's all that coming from? Off of a standard American diet. I just don't. It's so easy to think that there's an easy way, there's a magic bullet, because we've just been trained, and a great deal of the raw food movement requires more rethinking things than we thought it did. We thought initially that it was about changing the food we ate, whether it was cooked or not. It's a much bigger process, and it's a marvelous process.